Today I'm extremely excited to visit Dandelion's gallery and the studio of three fabulous artists. We'll talk about their artistic journey, their creative process, and upcoming show. Please give a warm welcome to Theodora Harasymiw, Carrie Carbol-Ritcey, and Shelley MacGregor. For the past 10 years, Theodora Harasymiw was mainly working in the medium of mosaic, but painting is the medium she was originally trained in. Having the two mediums to work between has been wonderful for her because they're so vastly different and offer different perspectives on how to create. And here's her little muse and wonderful companion, Penny. Carrie Carbol-Ritcey is the metalsmith behind the bench of 2 Carat Studio. Inspired by the colorful works created by the artist in the Meraki Collective, Carrie has been playing with enamels to add colors to her pieces. This exhibit of tiny tabletop art is an extension of her jewelry work, incorporating enamels, silver, copper, bronze, and gemstones. She finds silversmithing to be a perfect combination of right and left brain thinking, art and science, engineering and psychic, and just a little bit of alchemy that results in beautiful pieces of art.
My studio name is 2 Carats, and that comes from my childhood nickname, which was Carrot, because that's all I would eat. And there's also 2 terms in jewelry, carat and carat, for carat weight and for carat purity in gold. So it's a little play on words too.
Art has been an oasis and focal point throughout Shelley MacGregor's life in a variety of mediums. Her latest passion takes on an organic twist and dimension that allows her to mix her love for nature and travel. She connects unique organic pieces with rusty bits and random lost treasures. The pieces have been collected from travels around the world, brought together to tell a story, recreate feeling or moment, or simply because they inspire her.
Hey.
Hi! Well, I have to tell you that I'm so excited to be here because this gallery represents so many things. There's so many emotions once you enter, and it's a positive energy all the way through. So thank you for having me, and I'm excited to have a talk with you guys. How did you guys meet? How did you connect? How did it happen?
Theo and I connected. We knew of each other in the neighborhood because we lived down the street from each other, and share a mutual friend that's a neighbor. But we met working on a mural project at Hardesty School. I came to help out, help paint, and hang out with the kids, and we got chatting, and that's how I ended up here.
So she invited you right away?
Yep.
Well, I invited her 3 different times.
I'm good.
So
I like my studio.
I'd been in the studio for about 4 years, and had gone through a number of studio mates that didn't quite work out, and then decided I would love to really start a collective. And Carrie was one of the first people that I knew was very professional in her approach to her creative work. So I had seen her a couple of times, like, Carrie, you should come check out the space. I think you'd really make a great fit. And she's like, no, I have a studio in my basement.
Yeah, that's usually my answer.
Oh, exactly.
What's the point? Moving out.
I had also asked Oksana, and I asked her a second time, Carrie, I really think you should come check out. Yeah. And then she was in Juniper downstairs, and I said, I think you just need to come upstairs and look at the space.
That's all it took.
And that was it.
We never looked back.
And Theo and I met downstairs at Home and Cottages, and I was working there. But initially, we sort of connected over art, and then found out that we had a mutual friend, someone that I knew from our kids going to school. So all these little coincidences kept happening. And then I had my art in here for a couple shows, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then she asked me to come help her with the mosaic project that she was doing, and I never left.
Then we're like,
You can't kick her out now.
It was COVID, it was January, and this was warm and fuzzy, so I just kind of stayed.
Right. So you definitely feel like the energy is really important, because if there's a bad
Yes.
energy, you cannot work together.
Oh, it's so much fun in here every single day.
I can tell. And that's what I'm saying. Theo, maybe you should ask me in again.
We need a bigger boat.
We do need a bigger building.
Yeah.
So how do you find you have your little studios? Do you find it's helpful to be in the same place and kind of like talk in between, to do breaks and throw ideas back and forth, or you feel like sometimes I need to close the doors and work on it?
I'm the only one with a door that can do that. So, but it's very rare that I do that. Usually I'm going to be hammering a lot of things and I don't want to disturb their practice. So,
Theo does a lot of hammering too.
Oh, but I have an anvil, so.
Nipping.
Yeah.
But the point of starting the collective for me was to develop a community of relationships where we have each other. So, we're constantly bantering or discussing projects that we can't, like if we're having a glitch or something, and we call in the troops. Okay, or when we finish something, right? Like today, you were like, "I'm finished my mobile."
Yeah.
So, and we all jump around, or when Crystal finished painting her room, like it's really celebratory.
I think there are times though where we have to say, okay, we gotta get some stuff
Heads down.
Like no talking for an hour.
But we hold each other accountable on that too. Or if one of us comes in and says, "Okay, I really have to get stuff done today. If you see me resisting, send me back to my corner."
Why are you scrubbing the floor in the kitchen?
So we take care of each other that way too, which is fun.
Big thing is happening on June 17th. What's happening? Tell me. Oh, they all forgot. Okay, let me tell you. You all three are in the same show. Believe it or not.
Yep.
We are. So, how's the idea came? What's the title of your show?
Flora, fauna, birds and botanicals, flora and fauna.
No, repeat it 3 times faster.
Birds and botanicals, flora and fauna. And again, it's funny. I think it's so. I was going to have a show because there's a huge international. National Canadian Mosaic show about to be launched at the Edmonton Art Gallery. And I was talking to Carrie and I said, I don't feel like that's a show I want to apply for. I think I want to have my own show. And then as I was developing my show, I was going to do birds and trees, and it had been something that I really loved, and then I'm looking over at Carrie's work and she's like, "Hey, I've got some birds going and I've got some birdhouses and I have trees," and I thought, well, can I swear? No, I won't swear. Shoot! You should be in the show too! And
so that's how that happened. And then Shelley didn't leave. No. Shelley's work is similar too in that she touches on, the botanical world and
everything.
All things natural in hers. It just seemed the perfect foil to everything else. So it's pretty.
Carrie, do you find like you had to rethink your usual approach?
Yeah, for me, because I'm a jeweler, so I'm used to working in small scale. So to move up to the larger things, that's big scale for me, which was a challenge. But it's all the same techniques, it's just ramping them up. And so it's been really fun because it's kind of freeing. It's not the same, I'm not making big jewelry, I'm making little sculptural pieces and playing with stone and wood and
well, I guess
it's
fun. A little break from your little tiny pieces too.
It's good because it feeds your other creative work that I set that aside, and then stuff is happening in the back of my head while I'm working on these art pieces, and then more amazing things come out when I go back to jewelry.
When is the opening reception?
June 17th from 6 to 9 here at the Dandelions Gallery.
And it runs until July 17th.
Yeah.
On
And
Wednesday
possibly
through
longer.
Saturday, 10 to 3
Yeah.
until July 17th.
Ooh, look at that.
I would also encourage you to visit the tiny shop upstairs, run by these incredibly talented 3 artists. The tiny shop upstairs showcases local art and artisan goods with a focus on the small, quirky, and original art. Art definitely happens here. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Jalisco Art. Until next time.